Do you know how people in different Spanish-speaking countries celebrate Halloween? Let's talk about that today. Sugar Astronaut presents Spanish Made Easy. Hello everyone, we will talk about a few Spanish-speaking countries that celebrate Halloween a little differently. Halloween is known in different Spanish-speaking countries. Some people like to celebrate Halloween as we know it. You know, like trick or treating or Halloween parties for grown-ups. Let's talk about Mexico a little bit. I'm pretty sure you have heard of this traditional holiday called Dia de los Muertos, or in English, the Day of the Dead. El Día de los Muertos in Mexico is celebrated from October 31st to November 2nd. And the differences between Halloween and Día de los Muertos in Mexico is that people usually like to celebrate and honor the loved ones that have passed away. This tradition is ancient and it has been celebrated for many, many years. Usually people like to decorate their houses in a peculiar way. They do something called Altar de los Muertos. And this is basically a table where people place flowers, they place different pictures of the people who they are remembering. They also put different food on those tables, usually food that those loved ones used to eat a lot and enjoy. They also put different drinks, they put beautiful flowers, also candles. People also go to cemeteries where they have their loved ones. Also, people like to enjoy a special bread called pan de muerto. Also, you can find small white skulls made out of sugar, and they're called calaveritas de azúcar. People usually don't eat them. You can eat them if you want to, because sometimes you can find some of them that are made out of chocolate or just plain sugar. They're decorated in a really beautiful and colorful way. And some people eat them, some people like to just place them on those decorated tables called Altar de Muertos. Another traditional thing about this is people like to paint their faces in a peculiar way. Also, they dress really nicely. Specifically, they dress like this character called La Catrina. So probably you have seen this before, where people paint their faces with like white paint and black and some other nice colors, and they make themselves look like a skeleton. So La Catrina is also pretty common, and you can see that happening during this festivity. Now let's talk about Spain. Spain celebrates also something similar to Halloween or the Day of the Dead. Spain celebrates something called Día de Todos los Santos. Día de Todos los Santos, or All Saints' Day. This happens during November 1st. And what people do during this day is they go to cemeteries also to visit people who they cared about and have passed away. And also they take flowers with them to leave on the graves. It's basically a day to celebrate life, also to honor and remember those who have passed away. Some of the things that are eaten during this festivity are Buñuelos de viento, Huesos de Santo, among other sweets and pastries. The north of Spain celebrates something called Castañada. Castañada. And this is when people go out and eat roasted chestnuts. Now let's talk about Guatemala. Guatemala also celebrates the Day of the Dead, or El Día de los Muertos, and this happens on November 1st. And just as we learned before, people usually go on this day to cemeteries to visit their dead loved ones. Something important here is that people like to make kites. Some of them are pretty big, and they like to fly these kites during this day. And they do this because it is believed that by doing this, you're connecting yourself or the living with the dead. That's pretty interesting. In Ecuador, they have something similar to the Day of the Dead as well, and it is called Día de los Difuntos. Día de los Difuntos, or the Day of the Deceased. This is usually celebrated on November 2nd. People go to cemeteries as well. People also buy something called colada morada and guaguas de pan. The first one is a drink made out of corn, spices, and berries. And guaguas de pan is a sweet bread that is shaped as a baby, and they're also pretty colorful. They bring flowers to the cemetery with them as well, and they prepare traditional foods. So all of that is pretty interesting, but there are also other countries that celebrate something similar to the Day of the Dead. One thing that is very interesting is that the previous countries that we just talked about, they all go and visit their loved ones at the cemetery. They honor them and they remember them, which is pretty nice. So other countries that do something similar as well are the following: Peru, Venezuela, Nicaragua, Honduras, Colombia, and Costa Rica. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you liked this video and I hope you also found this interesting. Let me know down below all your questions, comments. If you are in a Latin American country or any Spanish-speaking country, let me know how you celebrate the Day of the Dead, or if you do anything during Halloween, or if you do something different or similar during the end of October and beginning of November. That will be pretty interesting to know. Don't forget the lessons are uploaded every single week, usually 2 per week. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You can help this channel to grow by sharing this video with your friends and by giving the thumbs up. I have 2 other YouTube channels. If you're fluent in Spanish, you might want to check them out. Don't forget that you can also help this channel by donating, and you can donate as little as $1. And if you're interested in doing that, you can visit my Patreon page. You only need to click on the Patreon page logo on the screen, and I'm leaving the link to that page in the video description as well. Thank you for watching, and until next time.